Good afternoon, Toastmasters, Madam President, and guests. Anirudh, today your aim was to deliver a story to this room. You delivered that very well. Your choice of title, very interesting. Your cadence, your use of tone, your body movements, once again, masterful. Your ability to recall while maintaining eye contact without slipping up, because I'm doing the eye counting today, beautiful. What I especially liked about your speech today was, or your story that you delivered today, was the exciting entrance, the happiness, setting the scene really well, which showed people that were high. Your use of quotes and threw a pepper throughout the speech where you talked about the death of hope, where you ended with what are you living for, where you showed imagery about the rugby player taking out the human remains and immediately changing to now something that you could never eat, was very beautiful. You're relating it back to our own circumstances right at the end. I thought added a lot of value in any story. I think it can add a lot of value. I want to talk about some of the things that probably would have added to your story a little bit. Now, the story is primarily about human triumph when faced with very difficult situations. It's about climbing your way out of a well when all hope seems lost. I think on balance, there was potentially too much at the beginning about what they were doing, what the aim was, who they were, setting the scene, as opposed to enough about how do they get out of that scenario. There was a fair amount of time spent on it, but that was really where the story was. And I think more time spent on that, presenting imagery about the depths of disaster that they were in, I think would add a lot of value to this speech. I think what makes a story relatable, it's to be able to imagine yourself as the protagonist to some extent. There were elements of that where one specific player, who you could say the protagonist or the star of the story, had to do things they could never imagine themselves doing in normal life, and then feeling relief at the end and coming out of it. I think that was fine. But there wasn't enough imagery for, I mean, in my head, I could imagine being in snow-covered mountains. I could imagine myself being very cold. I think more imagery would have put you at the scene that make you imagine you're there as part of this group of survivors. I think would add a lot of value to your story. Other than that, I think you did really well once again. Congratulations on a very good story. Thank you.
So we have the last evaluation for today, which is